Hi, it's Grandma Linda. How are you? Are you ready for bed? Did you take your bath? Are your PJs on? Okay, let's snuggle up and get your lovey or your favorite animal and lay down and let's read a story. This is called Willy the Wiggle Worm. There's two in here, two stories. So tonight you get two stories, okay? It's Willy the Wiggle Worm. It says, no worms were actually harmed while making this book. This wiggly book belongs to you right now. Okay, let's get the picture in here. This is Willy. He has a big problem. He can't stop wiggling. Do you have that problem? He wiggles in the morning. He wiggles at night. He can't stop wiggling. Look at him. He should be sleeping, I would think. Then here he is. He decided he was going to try to get his wiggles out. He started drinking a lot of juice, hoping to flush his wiggles out. Do you wiggle? That didn't work. He was still wiggling, so juice didn't work. How am I supposed to get my wiggles out? He said. Look at that face on him. He's thinking very hard. He had a wiggly idea. Maybe he could sit on some sticky honey. Ooh, that doesn't sound like fun. That didn't work. The top of his body was still wiggling. See, the honey made him stick to the ground because it's all sticky, but the top of him could still wiggle. He had another idea. He wiggled over to a bucket. Here he goes to the bucket. He filled the bucket full of honey and he jumped in. Oh no, sticky stuff. Sticky, sticky. That didn't work. His body stopped wiggling, but now his eyes are wiggling. He looks dizzy. Maybe he can stretch his wiggles out. Yikes, that didn't work either. Look at him between two trees trying to stretch his wiggles out. That night he wiggled into bed. He couldn't sleep because of all the wiggling. He was so tired. The next day he was determined to stop wiggling. That word right there says determined. So he was determined. He wiggled out on a tree limb. He stretched as tall as he could to the wide open sky. Here's your picture. As tall as he could stretch. Look at that. Can you stretch tall? I bet you can. Don't get up. Make sure you lay down and just stretch out wiggle those toes and stretch those arms. Willy finally stopped wiggling. Uh-oh. See when he was wiggling? You see that bird up in the sky? Oh no, he stopped wiggling. I think the bird. That was the end. So he stopped wiggling. Okay, this is number 2. Willy the Wiggle Worm is still wiggling. This is Willy. He has a big problem. He's still wiggling. He doesn't look happy, does he? He has tried so many ways to stop wiggling, but none of them have worked. He decided he was not going to give up because you should never give up. It says, never give up. He was going to try to get all his wiggles out again. He decided he would climb a tree in search of some ideas. Of course, this time he was more careful. See that bird over there? He was much more careful this time. That didn't work. Willy is scared of heights. This made his wiggles even worse. He's up there wiggling in the tree. He wiggled back down the tree, but Willy had an idea. This time, he was going to try to freeze his wiggles. Ooh, doesn't Willy look cold? But that didn't work because he started shivering, which was even worse than Wiggles. Oh, look how cold he got. The snowman's even like, oh my goodness. That gave Willy another wiggly idea. Instead, Willy climbed into a dark hole, hoping to scare his wiggles out. That didn't work either. Willy's scared of the dark. That made his wiggles even worse. Willy was officially desperate. That says officially desperate. Willy wiggled over to a human. See the human's feet there? Willy wiggled over to a human to ask for help. Because you always can ask for help. See, he's asking, it says ask for help. And you can always ask an adult to help you with something. The human had an idea. He told Willy to hold on really tight. Hold on. To hold on really tight. Oh, look at him. Look at his eyes. And he's holding on to that pole really, really tight. As tight as he could. Willy finally stopped wiggling again. Ah, the fish got him this time. The end. It says the end with an arrow. It says, or is it? Look at him peeking out of the fish's mouth. If you love Willy and want to see more of his wiggles, please leave a rating or a review. So that's the end. It was Willy the Wiggle Worm, right? He can't stop wiggling. Do you wiggle before bed? Well, it's time to relax now and get all cuddly and turn the lights off. And we had our bedtime story. So all I can say to you tonight is good night and sweet dreams.